last night, my buddy sent me a screenshot of a TikTok profile. And Lord behold, it's my ex-girlfriend. Now, I've talked about her here and there on my channel previously. But this chick introduced me to the red pill. I gave her all of me, like how John Legend would say in his song. And she shattered my heart into pieces. She ended up cheating on me. And then she cheated on me with the guy I told her not to be friends with. Go figure, right? So everything we talk about here in this manosphere about this female nature and all that applied straight to her. And I understood all of it, all of the signs, all of the behaviors, all of the traits after the breakup and after I started getting into the red pill myself, right? Now, I'm not the type of a guy anymore who's gonna sit here and talk smack behind his ex all day, every day. Because, truth be told, her and I both had flaws. Otherwise, the relationship would have lasted a little bit longer. I mean, nobody's perfect for that matter anyways. But it's not just like, oh, it was Zeke's fault, that's why the relationship broke. Oh, or it was her fault, God, that's why the relationship broke. No, we both were at fault, if you were to point fingers and blame. But I don't like doing that because that's what women do. That's not taking responsibility or accountability. But the reason why I'm telling about that right now is because of my next few points that are coming up. And fellas, obviously, I'm not going to mention her name for obvious reasons, right? So don't even come in here in the comment section and ask me what her name is. And apparently now, right now, she's TikTok famous. She has over 400,000 followers on TikTok. And I looked through her TikTok stuff for a little bit, and this girl was a Mother Teresa type of a goody two-shoe of a girl when I first met her. She was a virgin, and I took it. And now she's a Cardi B type of chick. That's how big of a hoe she turned out to be. Have you noticed this? It's always about that first taste of dick. That first taste of dick can make it or break it for a girl. It could just break her into a complete different hoe or a complete different person, and she turns out to be a complete different human being and turns out to be an absolute slut. Or she can actually understand and learn from her first relationship and make sure none of that happens again in her second relationship and get herself ready to find a better man, which 98% of the time does not happen in today's society. And that's what we'll be talking about. So, as I said, I took her virginity. And also, by the way, one of my viewers asked me how to tell if a girl is a virgin. I have a video coming up on that as well. So be patient, guys. I had to put a little bit more thought into it because it's been, like last time when I messed around with a virgin was my ex, the girl I'm talking about right now. And this was back in 2017. So this was almost 3 years ago. So I have to give it a little bit of 4 years ago now because we're about to hit 2021. So I have to give it a little bit more thought, right? Before I can come up with a video and actually give you guys information that you can use. So that's why I'm waiting on that for a little bit. But anyway, so I looked through our TikTok stuff. Fellas, she's literally like one of those basic TikTok chicks that you can think of who's shaking their ass and titties. And she's what? She's, I think, 20 now. She's about to be 21 in a month or so. I'm 22, so she was 2 years younger than me. And so you also know that in TikTok, it's mainly middle school and high school chicks who are being on TikTok shaking their ass for the most part, right? For the most part. And now here you see a 20-year-old doing that, right? I mean, I have seen 30, 35, 40-year-old women on TikTok too, so it doesn't surprise me, to be honest. We all know how far these hoes will go just to get some attention. And here's another thing about TikTok fame, all right? It's not hard to get. If I made a TikTok account today and I started preaching this red pill stuff, short videos, or not even red pill stuff. Let's say I just got a dog and I'm making dog videos. Even on YouTube, I could get famous like that. People love watching dog videos, right? So in TikTok, it's much, much, much easier. But I don't know if you guys have noticed this already, but worldwide, people are TikTok famous. And they're making jack shit out of it when it comes to making money. So that's why it really ain't shit to be TikTok famous. Because you see these people making videos in their mama's basement and in their 2-bedroom apartment, and they're talking about being famous. Bitch, get the hell out of here. You make like $10 in a whole year off of TikTok, if that. YouTube famous, however, is a little bit different because it's a lot more competitive in YouTube. And another big reason of why people don't make as much money off of TikTok, but they make so much more off of Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook is because TikTok is a Chinese company. Y'all know Chinese motherfuckers are stingy as hell. They're hella stingy, right? So they're not gonna pay their content creators as much as how YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram would, because these are American companies. So there's that. And chicks won't understand any of this, right? They don't care about the money and any of that. That just shows you how much clout, how much fame means to women nowadays, right? Is that she now is juggling multiple dudes. She's doing that. She's literally like the basic of the most basic chick you can find. She's dressing out like one of those hoes. She's she's putting as much makeup like one of them. And she's even showing on her TikTok screenshots of her talking to other guys, and screenshots of snaps as well of her talking to other guys, just to make it seem to her viewers that she gets attention from males. This chick made another video of her and one of her friends being on Omegle. Who the fuck gets on Omegle nowadays? What are you, like 10 or 12? Bitch, you're about to be 21. You're still on Omegle? What the This is why I'm telling you that most women downgrade, fellas. Once they leave a good man, they downgrade. They do nothing but downgrading. Straight dive down, nose down. You know, in airplanes where they do like aerobatics and stuff, aerobatic competitions, they make different type of airplanes for those. They straight do a nosedive on those kind of planes. It's like one of the stunts. But those people can actually pull themselves back up before they hit the ground. These hoes, they ain't pulling themselves back up. They're hitting smack down on the on the ground, flat on their face. If you don't believe me, just go look at the life of these former IG models, of these former Facebook celebrities. You know, I want to talk about women only, not men. Of these former cock hoppers. Just go look at the life of these people, fellas. Like this chick literally got famous on TikTok, showing a lifestyle that pretty much every single college girl lives. Every single last one of them. And she's bragging about that. That's what I'm talking about is what's happening today in the dating market, fellas. And even a virgin can turn out to be like this because she was one. So that just goes to show you that you are not safe regardless of who you mess around with, even if she's a virgin. That's why I say you always gotta find her at a very, very, very early age. And I did find her at an early age. She was 17, I was 19 at that time, right? The state that we lived in, 17 was the age of consent, so she was legal. But the state, even at that age, I wasn't able to mold her into the person I wanted her to be. And it's not so much that I was blue-pilled as hell, even though that did play into role a lot, that I wish I was red pill aware. I would have been able to guide her a lot better. But it was also the fact that she herself was just an attention whore to begin with, and I did not see the signs. Even as a virgin, she was hella attention seeking from everywhere. My attention wasn't enough. She had to get attention from her other female friends. She wanted to be that alpha female in the friend circle, from other males, Instagram, everything. I have 22,000 followers on my Instagram, and when I was dating her, I only had like 15 or 16K. It was still a lot more than most people, but she demanded I put her on my Instagram and tag her. That way she gets followers. And I was so blue pill as hell that I actually did it. That I actually directed traffic from my page to her page. So she got famous on Instagram off of me. You know what'll be hella funny is if I get big or famous, quote unquote, right on YouTube. You don't really get famous making red pill content. You get hate is what you get. But hey, I'm not doing this for the fame. But let's say I build a large enough audience on YouTube, right? I know for a fact somebody's gonna forward my channel to her, and she's gonna want to make some reaction video or something, piggybacking off of my fame, off of my viewers, off of my audience, to grow her shit, to grow her channels or her other social media platforms even more. Because you know how it is. If you put a good, a well-known content creator's title, content creator's name on your title, that tricks the algorithm and it directs traffic to your channel that way. I'm sure, I'm not going to be surprised if she does that, because I'm sure she's going to try to do some petty shit like this. That's just the type of girl she has become. And her mother has influenced a lot in her change of lifestyle in this way. And that's why you always have to make sure that you meet both the father and the mother. More importantly, you have to understand what the relationship is like between her, between the girl you're dating and her father, and you have to understand what kind of woman is the mother. Because if the relationship is good between the father and the daughter, that means the daughter is taking the dad's advice in her life. And if the mother is a good person, that means the daughter is most likely going to turn out the way how her mother is turning out. Daughters usually do end up turning out how their mothers turn out. If your mother is a hoe, she's a hoe. And her mother, just to give you a quick example, has 3 kids from another guy from a previous marriage, and ended up marrying some other dude who paid child support for the rest of his life for these 3 kids that are not even his. That's how blue-pilled as hell this guy was. And she met him when she was like in her 30s, and so was he. She's actually a couple years older than her, and they're both in their 60s now. And this guy's still working pretty much 24/7, 365, just to be able to afford the house they live in, my ex's college expenses and whatnot. This bitch going to college to be a vet. Cry me a river. Woo! And y'all bitches want to come in here and talk about wage gap, right? No wonder why y'all get paid shit money. Is because you do these shit jobs. Since when have vets started making more money than engineers? Never. Since when have nurses started making more money than doctors? Never. Since when have teachers started making more money? Social workers started making more money than lawyers, than scientists, than engineers? Never. So when you look into these work fields who are dominated by males, you see that these work fields do provide the most amount of money, not because they're men, but because that work that these people, these men and women, because there are some women on these private sectors, on these work sectors, are making the most amount of money for the economy. And that's why they are getting paid more than your pencil pushing corporate America receptionist jobs, than your teaching jobs. Man, teachers, there's a reason why teachers don't get paid shit. It's because they teach the exact same shit every single year, just to a different group of kids. That's it. And you don't learn shit in public schools anyways. Most teachers in public schools and universities are horrible when it comes to teaching. They're not your role models. You don't look up to them. So no, you're not doing the children any favor. You're not molding these kids for the next future generation, how these teachers would like to say and take pride in their work. You're not doing jack shit, any of that. No. I had maybe 2 teachers in my entire life, and I'm about to graduate with an aerospace engineering degree. In my entire life, 2 teachers max who actually was decent teachers. But anyways, fellas, I went off on a different track. As I was saying about that Omegle part, this bitch is on Omegle with one of her friends making reaction video about other people, about other women. What's the reaction video? The reaction video is what these other women are acting towards, or how these other women that they come across on Omegle are reacting when they see her and her friend, because they have so much makeup on, they doll themselves up, and these women are just supposed to give the natural reaction of them and calling them pretty and whatnot, and they're catching all that. And she recorded all those reactions from these other chicks who look like they're in middle school, and complimenting my ex and her friend who are in their 20s. And then she posted that on her TikTok and gets like 100,000 views. I gotta start doing that, fellas. I gotta start shaking my ass on TikTok. Y'all think I can do it? Oh, man, this is fucking comical, fellas. If you're a good man, just to wrap the video up, if you're a good man, and you know that for a fact, and you know that you have all the qualities that most women would die to get in a man, just know that you're winning, brother. Even if you're single, you're winning. If you're single, man, you're winning the most out here. I meant to say, even if you are dating someone, but that woman is not giving you the time of the day, and you know the relationship is about to break, even then you're winning. But when you're single, you're winning the most. So fellas, don't be discouraged that, oh, this girl left me, she broke my heart or whatever. She did you a favor, my dude. She did you a favor. Because if my ex didn't leave me and did me dirty the way how she did, then I still would have been blue-pilled as hell. I would not have come across a red pill. I would have not got on YouTube and Google and search shit, why did my ex leave me or how to get my ex back, to understand any of this that I understand today. So thank her, fellas. And I would not also have the motivation to finish my degree, to get real estate properties, to make more money, to have other goals set for myself in the future, for the future. Because when you're going through rough times, dark times, hard times, that's when you become the most productive in your life. Why? Because you have all that motivation from all that pain. You want to show the world how that the world and the people in the world that did you dirty. You want to show them that this is what y'all missed. And I understand that feeling. I have been through it. I have felt it myself. And nothing motivates you more than rejection, more than pain. So she did you a favor. And fellas, as far as it goes for her, you're already seeing what my exes turn out to be. And you're already seeing what 98% of these hoes are turning out to be. And you already know what their life is going to turn out to be after they pass the age of 24, 25, 26. Right now, they're living the best time of their life. You know, my ex, she's TikTok famous, 400,000 subs. She's still living with her parents because on her videos, she's recording all her videos in the same exact room that she lived when her and I were together. So she's still living with her parents. She's a vet, so you already know she ain't gonna be making a whole lot of money. And also she went to one of the top tier schools around here, and she wasn't the brightest kid. She wasn't the smartest kid. That means she took a lot of student loan debt. So, excuse me. After she gets out of college, now she got baggage of debt to pay. Baggage from high body count, because we already know these chicks are what they're doing. She's showing off flirting with other men. She's showing off messages of her, she's showing off her Snapchat getting blown up by messages from other men. She's showing off her partying at house parties with other people, other guys. Singing songs with them, hugging them. What do you think she's doing at the end of the night at these parties? What do you think she's doing at the end of the night on a weekend? You think these guys are just on her phone just to talk to her? No, they're there to blow her back out, and she's getting that done. And so yeah, at the end of the day, they're gonna come out of college with all this high body count, drug and alcohol abuse or habits, because she's drinking when she's not even supposed to, under the age, right? I don't want to get into all that stuff. That gets messy. But yeah, I mean, that's all she's coming out of the college with, fellas. If she even came out with a decent degree, I would have given her the benefit of the doubt that, hey, at least she did something with her life. She's literally not doing jack shit. And also, she shows TikTok videos of her being being in a gym and lifting weights, when this bitch looks the exact same as she did 3 years ago. Like a fucking ironing board. This chick is a surfing board. You can take her on the ocean and surf on her. That's how skinny she looks. Back then, I don't know what I saw in her. But, hey, we all make mistakes, and we learn from them. But unfortunately, these chicks never do. Fellas, I hope this video made sense. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Just know that you're not missing out on any of these hoes. Just know that these women have rough days coming up ahead of them. They will not see that for a long time. And fellas, these are the type of women, chicks like my ex, who end up being 30, 35, 40 with maybe 1 or 2 kids, and she's a single mother, and she tries to praying mantis some guy, marry him at the last minute, get a kid from him again, and then divorce rape him, drag him to the divorce court. She's just that vindictive of a woman. As I said at the earlier of the video, she's a Cardi B type of chick. So that tells you everything you need to know about her. And these are the type of woman who's going to be single most likely for the rest of their life and cock hopping and never coming off the carousel. Because at the age of 50, they think that they still got value. Yeah, right, okay. Alright, fellas. As I was saying, if you know for a fact that you have these qualities that most women would want, keep grinding. Keep your head in the right direction, and just know that you're doing her a favor by dating her, by being in her life. And you should not need to do anything else just besides just being in her life with her to impress her. You shouldn't have to give her gifts on Christmas, on her birthday, on Thanksgiving, on Valentine's Day to appreciate her company, because it should already be appreciated by you being in her life, because that's the biggest prize she can get. That's the biggest gift a woman can get from you, if you yourself is a true man and a high value man and what you're supposed to do. So go build your life up, grow yourself up, and just know that these hoes at the end of the day are at a much, much, much lower level than you are, and they will never be even be able to get anywhere near you, even if they tried, because the time of them trying has passed. The time should have been now, from the age of 16 to 24 for women, and they don't try for jack shit. Where I'm just rambling now, saying the same stuff that we always talk about, right? But I can't thank her enough. If you're watching this, I'm gonna mention your name, but you know who you are. If you're watching this video by any chance, at any time in the future or now, whenever, I honestly cannot thank you enough, and you honestly saved my life. That's what you should be telling your ex. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.